for. This specific game we'll be looking at, I got to work on some of the models and coding as well, but I do it for a full-time job. Let Philip work on all the hard stuff.
Dude, that's what older brothers are for. Passing off the work to the younger brothers. Classic.
The sad thing about it is, like, he does a better job than me, and so it's a little bit of a pride hit right there too. It's like, man.
The only reason I can even do it is because of Andrew. He's the one.
Dale had a little bit of trouble with the navigation. For some reason, it was super intuitive to me. I'm just curious, why did you choose that style of that little indicator showing you where the enemies are?
No, because originally we didn't have it, but it was kind of annoying to the game's such a strategy game that you really need to be able to see all the enemies so you know what you need to go to next.
Oh man, this is so.
You did it, Dale! You did it! You did it! Good work!
Dale, you just blew the planet. What'd you do?
Oh no, we blew up the planet! Oh,
Dale!
oopsie, my bad. Well, that seems accurate. There's another little baby planet. What's the planet of Mother?
Well, that's some real Final Fantasy Gaia stuff.
Yeah, it is. Very cool, very cool. So how did you folks get the idea of this current game? I mean, just to give people a little heads up, from what I've seen of it, I played it for about 20 minutes the other day. It is you describe it as a mobile real-time strategy game. That just seems like a crazy couple of things to combine. It sounds very challenging. So what gave you the idea to do this?
I'll let Philip handle this one.
The basic idea was hey, it's fun to go around Google Maps. What if you built a game with that, right? You're scrolling around Google Maps, and then we're you could be shooting stuff, and you could be blowing up planets. And then we wanted to make it for our nephew because he was turning 13, and we were it would be awesome to make a video game as a birthday present. So we knew that he liked a lot of Clash Royale he really likes, and some other games like that. We were we want it to be kind of more strategy focused, but real time, obviously not super large because we just don't have the time to make Clash Royale. So this is what came out.
Thinking about scope early on, that's something not everybody does. So,
So I was gonna say, so far, I am totally this kid. I've flown tons of other spaceships. I'll just hit all the buttons.
That is very much Dale's MO, yeah. So this I think was the tutorial is
okay.
Tutorials can be kind of really what's the word? Condescending, and lengthy. This one does not have that problem in my experience.
No.
It gets really hard though, so he hasn't been able to beat it. But yeah.
Yeah, he's basically, I think, a lot of the real-time strategy stuff he really appreciates. Also the amount of guns that you get, he really likes that, and the creativity that you can have with the different types of guns. But like Philip said, it is really it's hard.
But in this game, correct me if I'm wrong, if I have a red gun that can kill green towers, blue weapons are not going to come after me, right?
That's true, yeah.
So why is it even rock, paper, scissors? Why isn't it just that green destroys green, red destroys red?
Whoa, that's a really smart question.
And the difference between 2 stars and 1 stars is pretty much you don't care, right? You either want to get all the stars or you just want to beat the level, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the dynamic.
That enemy by enemy feedback would definitely help players just figure out what I did there wasn't as optimal as it could have been.
Starting levels, they're a little bit slower paced. We kind of ease you into the kind of time crunch. But yeah, as you get into the later levels, I definitely feel like it's a tighter play experience.
That dynamic of swapping guns is really, I think, what the game pivots around and saying, hey, the guns are really the important thing. And you deciding what you bring in, when to use the different guns, that's the core.
That's interesting, because that is definitely what I identified as the most satisfying part of gameplay.
I would say it does feel good to like build up a mastery over like several easy-ish levels, and then give people a challenge. I personally, from what I've played and from what I've seen in this game, I wish like just from a feeling point of view, they had like eased me in a little bit more slowly.
The ability to destroy a planet or even a whole system is insignificant next to the power of the Force.